And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School as we get you set for game number 3 on the quarterfinal docket for today, as your Collinsville Kahoks get ready to take on the Decatur Eisenhower Panthers. Really hope I'm on right now. I don't see anything on my screen, so I'm assuming that we're okay, but nevertheless, we will find out as we get you set for this game between Collinsville and Decatur MacArthur. Collinsville, the third undefeated team to play here this afternoon, and the first two have already advanced as Mundelein improved to 12-0 with their 55-51 win over O'Fallon, and Lincoln improves to 11-0 with their 44-35 victory over Belleville East. And now we have the 10-0 Collinsville Kahoks getting ready to take on the Eisenhower Panthers. I am Todd Duke alongside Dr. Chris McCluskey, and we are glad to be bringing you this one. Dr. Chris joining us for the first time here in this tournament, and after watching last night's game as a spectator, what did you think of the Collinsville Kahoks effort against their opponent, Oakville?
You know, Collinsville played well. It was kind of an interesting game because we came out to such a lead. We had a lot of our bench see a lot of action, and so it was a unique combination of Kahoks on the floor. But down the road, Collinsville, if they're going to make a state run, they're going to need some minutes from their guys on the bench, and yesterday provided a good opportunity for those guys to get some minutes.
Well, we're just about ready to get this one started. I still don't see me live on here, man. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm not getting notifications saying I'm live, and now I'm trying to get on here to see if I am live, and I'm not seeing it. Somebody text me and tell me I'm live. Because this is starting to get frustrating here. God bless it. Usually I see a thing that says I'm live, but I'm just not seeing it right now. It says I'm green. Man, come on. Figure this stuff out while you're in the middle of doing all this stuff. Well, we're underway, and I'm hoping I'm on. As we are underway, Kawan Smith around to Rayshawn Taylor, over to Geladini, back to Kawan Smith, over to Nate Hall. Man, see, I'm not seeing anything. Okay, I am. Somebody told me I'm live. I'm good to go. Thank you very much. I don't know why this thing is not giving me my notifications to tell me that I'm live, but Collinsville starts off by scoring the first 2 points here in this first quarter, and we are underway. Don't forget the camera there, sir.
Yeah.
Zach Roseman's got the game off. He needs to get something to eat. So Dr. McCluskey is going to fill in on the camera and on the color commentary as we're underway. Decatur Eisenhower with the ball. They are dressed in the white uniforms. Collinsville, actually the road team here in this game, as they are dressed in their purple uniforms. And R.J. Walker with the ball out at the midcourt stripe, moves to the top of the key, takes a three-point shot and rattles it in.
Yeah, number one with the bank shot from the top of the key. Sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good, I guess, huh?
That works out sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. Here is Nate Hall. He'll try to answer that three, and he does.
You know, the big 6'7" forward can really shoot the ball from the perimeter, and that could be a X-factor game changer for your Collinsville Kahoks today.
R.J. Rowe with it for Decatur Eisenhower as they look to put one back up on the boards, as we have a couple of close games here to start off with, and we'll see if this one lives up to the close billing of the first couple of quarterfinal matches. Into the corner it goes for Shelley, and he'll hit a three-point shot. Back and forth on the threes, and the 1 point lead back to the Panthers. Here's Collinsville, and Geladini gets it over to Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor, as he comes into this game, 114 points away from the number 6 spot. That's held by Bogey Redmond. Shot by Skeet. Kawan Smith misses the mark, and the rebound belongs to Decatur Eisenhower. Panthers bring it up. This is Brylan Phillips. He turns the ball over, and then he commits the foul by pushing Rayshawn down from behind.
Yeah, that was just a desperation play. Probably not a bad foul because we had big Nate Hall coming down the floor on a fast break. Could have been a slam dunk opportunity, which would have lit this crowd up. Pretty good foul by the guard.
We have, here you have your, if you can look and do both at the same time. These are both teams from, bless it, yesterday's games. There's another shot by Hall, and that one misses the mark. The rebound belongs to Decatur. Eisenhower for a moment. KJ steals it. Oh, and then it gets knocked out of his hands just as he was going up with it.
Yeah, big KJ with the foul, and he's asking the referee for a foul. But I think that was a pretty clean swipe by the Decatur Eisenhower big man.
That was Karan Shelley who swiped that ball out of there. Panthers still maintain the 1-point lead. Collinsville with the ball. Kawan Smith almost triple teamed there. Gets it to Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor dribbles and takes it off the glass and the rim.
And one.
What's the bonus?
Rayshawn Taylor had the ball about 10 feet from the hoop. Guys were standing there looking at him like he was going to pass it out to a guard. And they must not have watched film because Rayshawn Taylor looks to score first, folks.
24 points for Taylor in yesterday's game. 3 for 5 at the free throw for the Collinsville standout. And he's up to try to add on to that lead, and he will after a couple of
good
Collinsville bounces.
Yeah, he's frustrated with himself just because he hit the rim, even though it's a made basket. That's a sign of a gamer there.
Here is Shelley. Collinsville putting on some pressure in the backcourt, but breaking that is Cam Rowe. And he gets all the way up to Phillips. Phillips right in front of the K-Hawk bench, drives around Hall, kicks it out front. 3-point shot on the way. That one misses the mark from R.J. Walker, and the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith dribbles his way up to the left wing and tries to put a pass over the head of R.J. Walker to Rayshawn Taylor, but Walker jumps up and blocks that shot. Here is Rowe.
Yeah, when you're 5'9", you're not going to throw it over the head of too many people. Kawan would have been better off with the fake and bounce pass. Number 2, Rowe with the ball. He's got some handles, Todd.
He does.
He played a really good game yesterday.
There's a jumper that hits the side of the backboard, and Collinsville takes care of that rebound. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor at the top of the key will give it up to Geladini, who gives it up to Hall. Hall on the left wing to the right side for Kawan Smith. Baseline jumper, rolls over the rim. Geladini there with the rebound. Got knocked out of his hands by Rowe. Loose ball picked up by Hall. He'll penetrate the perimeter and give it back to Rayshawn for 3. Yes!
Good. Well, great rebound by Laurent Geladini. He's the gentleman that kept that play alive. We can credit that 3 points not only to Taylor, but to Geladini.
And in off the glass is R.J. Walker for a couple of points, and Eisenhower hanging tough. Collinsville leads 11-8. 3:50 left to play here in this opening quarter of this third quarterfinal match.
Yeah, Eisenhower must have been watching some film.
And a three-pointer from Geladini misses the mark. Big Nate Hall there with the rebound at the free throw line. Takes the shot and can't get it to fall. KJ picks it up, puts it back, and it won't go in, but Kedrian will head to the free throw line.
Well, Collinsville winning the rebound battle here, and that's the difference in this game so far. We're up 3 points. Southeast is playing really well. They've obviously watched film because they're spreading the floor, and they're going to penetrate and dish. So Collinsville's going to have to play good half-court defense.
There is Kedrian, who hit 2 for 2 from the free throw line yesterday in that win over Oakville, and he misses the first one. Mally Carson comes into the game for the first time for Decatur Eisenhower, and they send off Samir Griffin.
Yeah, Decatur now has a speed lineup on the floor, so look for a lot of drive and dish.
KJ, one more shot from the free throw line, and he makes this one. And that gives Collinsville a 4-point lead, and their backcourt trap works to perfection. Steal and a basket by Smith. And now Rayshawn's going to get called for a foul. He was just running right next to the kid. Never put his arms out or anything.
He called him with the block, but it's a tic-tacky call.
It is. 14-8 in favor of the K-Hawks. Inbound pass comes in to R.J. Walker. Walker works his way in front of the scorer's table across the timeline, being watched there by Geladini. Over to Rowe. Rowe trying to get around Smith. He does and loses the ball, but it comes out front. And then over to Shelley for a three-point try. That one's a little short. Rebound belongs to R.J. Walker.
Yeah, Collinsville failed to box out on that long shot.
And a shot from just in front of the free throw line, and that one goes in and then back out. KJ there with the rebound. Here is Taylor. Taylor brings the ball up for Collinsville. Whoa, and they try an alley-oop, little pass style, intended for Gelladini, but Decatur Eisenhower read that one all the way, and R.J. Walker makes them pay.
Yeah, cross-court pass, probably not a great idea. Going to want to swing the ball to get a better pass angle.
Kahoks still have the ball and the lead by 4. Here is Smith to Taylor, bluffs the 3, drives, baseline, under the basket, and off of Taylor's tennis shoe and out of bounds.
Yeah, Eisenhower guy gets his hand in there, just swats the ball off of Rayshon's knee. Collinsville is going to keep the full court press on Eisenhower.
And the ball comes into R.J. Walker. Gelladini provides the defense. Walker.
Is that J.J. Walker's cousin?
I think so. Dynamite. Into the corner it goes. Carson with it. I'm not slap happy yet. Wait till game number 8 of the day.
Oh, boy.
You'll want to listen just for the pure entertainment aspect of it.
There's the driving dish.
Shelley, and another 3, and this one he hits.
Well, Collinsville's going to have to make some adjustments. That's obviously Eisenhower's game plan at this point. I mean, they've done nothing but drive and dish so far on the half court.
1-point game. Collinsville has the lead. Under 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Smith to Gelladini to Taylor for 3, and that one's a little long. Nate Hall there with the rebound, and Shelley is going to pick up the foul over the back of the Collinsville junior.
I think he actually got his hand in after Hall had possession. Shelley got his hand on Nate's arm. It's actually a pretty good call by the referee. You're not going to get an over-the-back call on Nate Hall. He's 6'7". He just jumped over you.
Well, Brylan Phillips is down there trying to plead his team's case, but to no avail with the referee. Inbound pass to Taylor to Gelladini. He has that one blocked out by Malik Carson. And here is Shelley. He'll take it up to the hoop. No good, but there to clean up the trash is R.J. Walker. And Collinsville will take a timeout. We'll step aside just as well, and we'll be back here in a minute on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquee Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquee to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
36th Annual Collinsville Holiday Classic is brought to you by farmer-owned and locally produced Prairie Farms. Have you tried the Prairie Farms new snackable cottage cheese cups? Well, they're the perfect size for snacking or dipping. They're available in 7 savory flavors like garden veggie or America's only zesty fiesta flavor. Visit prairiefarms.com and you can enter for a chance to win free cottage cheese cups. Again, that is prairiefarms.com. Todd Duke and Dr. Chris McCluskey back with you from Collinsville High School. Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium is where we are. Collinsville with the ball. Kahoks trail by a point. Into the corner it goes for Hall. And that was a pass intended all the way across the other corner for Gelladini. Picked off, but Collinsville gets the ball back in return. And Rayshon restores the 1-point lead for the Kahoks.
Yeah, that was a big pick-me-up play to sort of undo that failed cross-court pass. That's failed cross-court pass number 2 for Collinsville. Hopefully we'll learn and adapt.
1 minute to go here in this first quarter. 16-15, 1-point lead belongs to the Kahoks. Over to Rowe it goes. Rowe with a bounce pass. Top of the key for Carson. Carson gives it back up to Walker. Walker dribbles his way toward the top of the key, gives to Shelley. Shelley over on the right wing. Stands with the ball for a moment and then backs up with his dribble toward the midcourt stripe as we approach 35 seconds to play here in this first quarter.
Yeah, Eisenhower keeping a spread floor. Looks like they're playing for the last shot of this first period.
There's Phillips. Phillips trying to get past Gelladini and bumps off of him. Shelley in the corner for another 3. That one a little too long. Hits the inside of the rim. Bounces back down, and then that one's off the side of the backboard. Here comes Rayshon Taylor. Almost got tripped up. Kawan Smith off of his tennis shoes and out of bounds.
Yeah, Ray should have just finished on that one. I mean, it was an unselfish play. But anytime you give it to a 5'9" guy in the paint, you're probably better off taking it yourself. At any rate, Eisenhower comes down the court with 10 seconds left.
And cutting through the paint is Phillips, and he takes
nice
a shot.
block by big Nate Hall.
Block by Hall. Here's Gelladini. Good for 2. That's the way the first half comes to a close. Collinsville with a 3-point lead as we head into the second quarter of play. 18-15 in favor of Collinsville. Back with the second quarter in just a moment on the Kahoks Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey along with you, and we're glad that you're with us here on the Kahoks Sports Network. 1 quarter in the books. Collinsville has a 3-point lead after 1 quarter of play. And we'll update you on what's going on in the auxiliary gym. Altoff won their game over Granite City 59-50, and then Triad beat Decatur MacArthur 65-62. So Altoff and Triad will meet in the first semifinal on the consolation bracket, and Granite City and Decatur MacArthur will drop down to the 5 o'clock game tonight as they try to battle for the 11th place position. We're back underway here in the second, and into the corner that one goes, and not taking the
Rayshawn
three.
Taylor hung tight on the driving dish that time. Hopefully his buddies can do the same.
Oh, that one was almost thrown away all the way out to Brylan Phillips in front of the scorer's table. Back over to this side now for Walker. Walker all the way out to the K-Hawk logo at midcourt. Walker dribbles with the right hand, penetrates the right wing, and takes it off the glass for 2.
Interested to see Kyle Moore in the game and no David Granger yet.
Here's Kawan Smith. Smith brings it up and gives it to Moore. Into the corner for Taylor. Taylor gets double teamed immediately when he gets the ball, and now back out to Kawan Smith, over to Kyle Moore. They'll leave Moore alone, and he'll hit some threes. Here is KJ, back over to Moore. Into the corner for Geladini. Geladini back to Moore, corner shot, 3 pocket,
Good!
yes!
Well, that's Kyle Moore's job, and he comes in the game and delivers on his task at hand.
21-17, K-Hawks with the lead. 6:35 to play here in this first half. Out to the front it goes, and then over to Rowe. Into the corner for Shelley. He's already hit a couple of threes from that spot. And he gets the ball back into R.J. Walker, and then Shelley gets it right back.
Yeah, key matchup with Big Kedrian Jones on number 5.
That is Karan Shelley with the shock of red hair on the top. And Cam Rowe with the little blonde swipe of hair in his headdress
Like we got
as
a
well.
rooster and a skunk out there.
I'm telling you, yeah. Almost. Pepe Le Pew and what was the other one's name? Foghorn Leghorn.
I say, look at that boy play basketball.
I say, boy. Are you a chicken hawk, boy? Oh, there's Geladini getting the turnover to Kawan Smith. He is tracking the ball down to KJ, up off the glass.
No.
Good for 2. You kidding me?
Oh, boy.
That's a horrible call.
Boy, that is a unfortunate turn of events.
I didn't even see any body contact at all.
There was no contact. Eisenhower player flops and earns the charge call.
Yeah, well,
one of the worst charging calls I've seen
in hockey. They
in
call
a
that
long time.
In hockey, they'll call that an embellishment penalty.
Wow,
that was a horrible
but
call.
thank goodness, Kedrian Jones sometimes, gets a little animated, and he knew good and well it wasn't even close. He just ran down the floor clapping.
Wasn't a very happy clap.
Well, he just knew it was ridiculous.
Collinsville backs off the backcourt pressure for a moment, and Eisenhower works the ball up. Walker over to Rowe. Rowe directs traffic. 5.5 minutes to play here in this first half. And here is Cam Rowe, spin move at the free throw line, and kicks the ball out to Phillips. Into the corner for Shelley. He almost lost that ball. And the student body cheering section thought it did go out of bounds. They had a high off the glass. There's a basket by Carson.
Yeah, the bank's open on the opposite end of Virgil Fletcher Gym here, Todd.
21-19, 2-point lead for Collinsville. Being tested here early on by Decatur Eisenhower. Here is Kawan Smith. Over to Moore. Back to Smith. He'll drive, pull up just outside the lane and take the shot. KJ puts it back up. Still won't go in. Now Kyle Moore gets it, and he traveled. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he traveled. You know, they're going to call a charge on KJ on the last possession. He gets mauled by 3 Eisenhower players, and there's a no call. Very unfortunate.
Timeout called by the Panthers. We will step aside as well. Back in a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering, wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke and Dr. Chris McCluskey with you. 4:45 left to play here in this first half. Here is Cam Rowe. He dumps it backwards out to Shelley. And then over to Phillips at the top of the key. Phillips drives and tries to take the shot. Rayshawn Taylor steals the ball as he's fallen backwards. Nice job by the K-Hawk superstar. Here is Kawan Smith. Smith at the top of the key. Collinsville up by 2. Over to Moore. Moore looks back over to Smith. Into the corner, Geladini bluffs the 3. Kicks it back out for Moore. He'll launch a 3-pointer, and it'll skip across the rim. Geladini tried to tip it back in there with one hand, and that wasn't successful, and the rest of it belongs to Decatur Eisenhower. Here is Cam Rowe.
Kyle Moore just in and out. He's got a pretty left-handed 3-shot. I see it's obvious why they have him in the game.
Into the corner it goes, and back out front for Walker. R.J. Walker halfway through quarter number 2. Phillips back out to Rowe. Rowe in front of the Collinsville bench gives to Shelley in the corner, and then back out to Phillips. Phillips cuts across the lane.
More drive
top of the
dish.
key. Mason thought about the 3 and then took it back down. Now into the near side corner for R.J. Walker. Walker comes out of the corner onto the wing and looks to penetrate. Backs his way out. Throws up a jump shot. That one circles around the rim, and Kyle Moore is there with the rebound for the K-Hawks. And then a kicked ball by Shelley. We'll have Collinsville inbound, and Geladini heads to the bench as Nate Hall checks back into the game for the K-Hawks.
Yeah, just a little observation. Surprised David Granger not in the game and showing some signs of frustration over there on the bench. I hope everything's okay and the team chemistry over there on the K-Hawk bench.
Could be a team discipline thing, but I'm only speculating. As Collinsville turns the ball over, and here is Walker.
Walked. Oh, he walked.
And that one goes over the rim, and then a foul is going to be called against Collinsville as well. And this one looks like it's going to go against Kawan Smith. That'll be the K-Hawks' 3rd, the 1st for Smith. Panthers have 4 fouls up on the board, 3:04 left to play. And here is R.J. Walker at the free throw line. He went 2 for 2 in yesterday's win, and just as I say that, the ball rolls off the rim.
We'll take it. Say it again.
Yeah. Went 2 for 2 against Edwardsville. Ended up with 21 points to lead his team, did Walker. And that one's no good as well. KJ there with the rebound. Collinsville brings it back up. 21-19. K-Hawks have the lead. 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor tells Moore to get over here on this left wing. There's Smith to Hall. Back to Smith, to Taylor, to Moore in the corner. Moore To Kadrian Jones, back to Moore, back to Jones, post turnaround, foul.
Finally got a call down there.
This one's either going to go against Rowe or Phillips. I believe it's going to be against Rowe. Nope, we're going to call it against Phillips.
Well, that'll give Kadrian Jones a chance for 2 from the charity stripe. Nice in and out game by Kyle Moore and Kadrian Jones to create space.
Second foul belonging to Brylan Phillips, 5th as a team for the Panthers, and Jones hits the first one. Been a while since we've had any points scored.
Sure has.
KJ back out the line. And he hits both of them. That's what you need to do when you're given those opportunities. 23-19 restores the 4-point lead for Collinsville as the Panthers bring the ball up from the backcourt. Here is R.J. Walker. Walker being watched by Taylor. Bounces it over in the corner for Phillips. Phillips trying to back his way into the paint and can't do it. Walker gets the ball back. And over on the left wing, back to Phillips inside the perimeter. And Phillips kicks it back outside. Mason for 3. That one skips off the rim. And there is Taylor with the rebound all the way up to Nate Hall. Hall off the glass, counted for 2.
Yeah, great job of getting himself back under control. The big 6'7" junior with a nice right-handed layup.
Well, boy, Taylor almost got in there for another steal, and they got away with another travel. And
Golly. Yeah. Well, Collinsville's just going to have to play better and not make this a close game because officiating is lacking, to say the least, in this game.
25-21, 4-point lead for Collinsville. Here is Nate Hall in front of the Eisenhower bench. Around the horn we go. Underneath, Kadrian Jones waits off the glass. Good for 2 more.
Yeah, Kadrian ends up on the deck. He just gets shoved down by number 23. He is frustrated.
Yeah, well, sooner or later, I guess
referees
the
better
referees
get
are going to
control
call
of this matchup.
Yeah, 3-point shot from the corner, and that's good for R.J. Walker. Yeah,
or drive and dish. You'd think Collinsville guys would realize that they cannot get sucked in on help side defense and leave the backside wingman for the open 3.
That breaks a 6-0 run for Collinsville, and now you've got to be kidding me. You guys better start evening this up. Second one against Kadrian Jones.
Well, like I said,
not much contact again.
Collinsville's just going to have to play better because they've got a target on their back.
Well, you don't need help from the referees.
No, but unfortunately, that's the way it's going.
They're calling everything against KJ and nothing for KJ.
It's very obvious.
Yeah,
so we just got to rise above that.
1 minute left here in this first half. 27-24, 3-point lead for Collinsville. Here is Phillips. He'll dribble and drive all the way to the hoop, takes the shot, gets the bucket and the bruise. 1-point game and a chance to tie here.
Well, Collinsville, I mean, when you're playing man-up defense 3 feet past the three-point line, knowing that the penetrating dish is their strategy, it's just an error in judgment. It's a failure to recognize what they're trying to do. You're playing into their hands.
Phillips ties it up.
Oh, and that's why it's a tie ball game.
27-27, 52.6 seconds to play.
Now, Collinsville on paper is a much better team than Eisenhower, but mentally they are really, really struggling on the defensive side of the floor and doing exactly what Eisenhower wants them to do.
Collinsville brings the ball up into the front court. And here is Smith to Gelladini. They'll play catch for a minute and chew some of this time up, play for the last shot. Juwan Smith stands there with the ball. I don't understand how that's not a 5-second violation, just standing there with it. Never understood that.
No shot clock in high school basketball, and there's a lot of talk about that.
There is Nate Hall from the wing. Gives it back to Smith with 15 seconds left. Smith at the free throw line. Backs it back out again. Smith gives to Taylor. Taylor back at midcourt. 8 seconds left. Rayshawn dribbles, drives, free throw line. Got
no
mugged
foul
and no call.
Wow.
Long 3 try at the end. Misses for Cam Rowe, and that's the way the first half comes to an end. 27-27. Well, we'll take a break here and come back and talk about some first half stats. And we'll do that here in just a moment on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of K-Hawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahoks!
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahoks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahoks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Back here at Collinsville High School, 27-27 after one half in the books. And this is the breakdown of what took place. Leading scorer is R.J. Walker with 14 points already. He has hit 2 for 3 from the three-point line, and he is off and running with 14 points. Behind him is Karan Shelley with 6, both of those coming off of three-pointers. Mali Carson has 4 points, and Brylan Phillips has 3 for Decatur Eisenhower. For Collinsville, they are led in points by Rayshawn Taylor's 8. Kedrian Jones right behind him with 7. Nate Hall has 5. Kyle Moore with that 3-point bucket, and then 2 points apiece for Laurent Geladini and Kawan Smith. From the lines, Collinsville hit 4 of 5 of their free throws, while the Panthers hit 1 of 3. Panthers are living off of the 3-point shot. They're 50% from 3-point range, having hit 4 of 8. Collinsville, they have hit 3 of 7 from the 3-point side. Kahawks out-rebounding Decatur Eisenhower 15-7, but Collinsville has turned the ball over 10 times, and Eisenhower has gotten 10 points off of those turnovers, so they're averaging a point a turnover. Collinsville has secured 7 points off of 6 Eisenhower turnovers, so they are a little bit better than a point off of each turnover. Decatur Eisenhower fell to Collinsville 18-15 in the first quarter, but the Panthers rebounded and outscored Collinsville in that second quarter by a margin of 12-9. That is a look at your first half stats as we step aside for a little bit here, and we'll be back with third quarter action, and that'll be coming your way here in just a little bit on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Something old can be something new again. The Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville proves that old adage right one more time. Derek and Whitney Reiser, along with brewmaster and distillery operator Torrin O'Brien, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is not just a place to eat and drink, but more of a must-experience destination in the St. Louis area. With its Collinsville Herald newspaper feel, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery features a restaurant, a tap room, and of course a state-of-the-art one-of-a-kind distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery can handle all of your group functions, as well with an event space that can handle you and 79 of your friends for any large gathering. And the food? Well, simply amazing, with local and new favorites, plus brunch on Sundays. How about bocce ball or bags on the patio? Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 855-8027, online at oldheraldbrewing.com, or on Facebook at Old Herald. Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke and Dr. Chris McCluskey coming back up here in a moment. 27-27 after halftime, and we are about ready to get this second half underway. Collinsville, see if they can make some adjustments. What'd you do, recruit yourself a camera girl? Going to give her some instructions first, and then we will get underway here. As Collinsville will have the ball to start the second half. And we are just about ready to go. Referees, everything's set. Well, maybe not. After a final meeting. Now we're ready to go. Nate Hall will inbound into the backcourt to Rayshawn Taylor. We're underway in half number 2 in a tied game, 27-27. 6 out of the first 9 games in this tournament have been decided by 6 points or less. And it looks like this one's going to be one of those as well, maybe. Into the corner it goes on the near sideline for Hall. Back to the other way. Taylor for 3. No, it hits the inside of the rim and comes down right into the hands of R.J. Walker.
Yeah, I think Collinsville's got to go to the paint this half and get a lot of 2-point buckets, play some solid half-court defense, and they should be okay. But the third period is going to be an important period here. We don't want to get late into this game and let Eisenhower hang around.
There is Rowe. Back at the midcourt stripe. Over to R.J. Walker.
Yeah, Eisenhower continuing to keep the floor spread. They're going to stick with their drive and dish mentality.
Well, we have to hope that Collinsville made the proper adjustments to handle it, and there we go. A steal by Smith, but the ball is still on the ground, and then finally picked up by Eisenhower. And here is Walker into the corner. Wide open was Rowe. He never did start up the floor to try to chase that ball. He traveled. No call. And a 3-point shot from the corner, no good. Shelley with the rebound, and the putback this time is good for Samir Griffin, and a 2-point lead.
Yeah, Collinsville just lost the 50-50 balls. They didn't box out. They're getting out hustled right now, and I'll tell you what, they better wake up in this third period. This game's going to get out of control.
Referees are not helping their cause at all. Seems like everything's going against Collinsville here in this game. The non-calls against KJ, the non-travels calls, and there's been about, 3 of those? Here is KJ underneath, and off the fat part of the iron, it won't fall in. And Eisenhower gets the rebound. Here is Phillips. He drives all the way down, takes the shot.
Oh, my goodness. A no call on the other end, and they're going to call that foul?
And it was late.
This is really getting out of hand.
The whistle was like 5 seconds after the shot was taken.
This is really getting out of hand.
Holy moly.
Aaron Lee's going to get a technical foul. And I would if I were him right now. I mean, that's just.
They're going to call a timeout. And Coach Lee's going to use that timeout to voice his opinion over all these non-calls that are going against Collinsville. And, we're not the only ones seeing it. I'm sure that everybody else sees it here, too.
I was down talking to the crowd at halftime, and everybody's livid right now. And, again, I'll say Collinsville needs to play better. But it sure hurts when you've got that 6th man on the floor who's obviously against you.
Well, this will give us the time to thank Prairie Farms. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. If you're looking for a way to support some local charities, you can check out the Prairie Farms Our Caps Your Cause program, where over $185,000 has already been donated to local charities. So save your gallon or half-gallon milk caps and give to what moves you. Learn more by visiting prairiefarms.com/OurCapsYourCause. Little sing-along. Well, the buzzer kind of ruined that sing-along, didn't it?
Well, now Kedrian Jones has 3 fouls. That's a huge, huge turning point in this game. And it looks like Darren Lee's going to leave him on the court. When you've got a 6'6" David Granger on the bench, I feel that's a questionable coaching move.
Well, and the ones that are called against KJ are really iffy calls.
Well, and that's what makes you wonder even more why you leave him out there, because obviously, for whatever reason, he's not getting the benefit of fair gameplay here.
3-point lead now for Eisenhower, 30-27, and hitting the first of 2 is Brylan Phillips, and his second one coming up now, and he'll miss that one. Gelladini is there with the rebound. He'll hand the ball to Smith. Collinsville works their way back up the other way. Kawan Smith. Top of the key, over under the wing for Gelladini. Back over to this wing. And Gelladini and Kawan Smith will play catch until Kawan launches a 3. That one misses the mark. Rebound, and it's back out to Smith.
Well, it's a good thing he got that rebound. It's just an ill-advised shot. Down 3 against Southeast.
Eisenhower. They look like Southeast, though, don't they?
Or Eisenhower, I'm sorry.
You're just stuck on last year's championship game, aren't you? There's a putback.
You got it. Yeah, Rayshon Taylor's probably going to have to take this game over, and I like him taking charge there and driving down the lane. Look for the Rayshon show here in the second half.
5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here is Rowe. Out back to Walker. Walker at the midcourt stripe, trying to get around Rayshon Taylor. And then takes it over to the wing where he'll hand it off to Rowe. Rowe all the way back to the midcourt stripe. Gets it up to Shelley. Shelley tries to walk. He walked again. Why aren't they seeing these? Why
it's the same referee that's right in front of him. And this poor gentleman is really struggling today. But at any rate, Collinsville gets the ball back. We're going to have Kawan Smith bringing the ball down 1 point with 5 to go.
Thankfully,
in the third
Eisenhower
period.
turned the ball over for us because we're not getting calls. That's for sure. Bounce pass into the paint for Gelladini. Into the baseline for Hall. Hall brings it back out. Rayshon bluffs the 3, takes it in, and can't get the fingertip roll. KJ there, puts it back up, won't go in. Second opportunity falls.
Yeah, way to play big in the paint, Kedrian Jones. Here comes Eisenhower on the move.
And it's Brylan Phillips. Gets it over to Rowe, who gets it to Walker. Walker over on the left wing. Dribbles his way back toward the midcourt stripe. 4.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. And a little screen move almost paid dividends there for Eisenhower, but they get the ball back out to Rowe, who takes it all the way back out to the midcourt stripe. 4:20 to play here in period number 3, and Kawan Smith with a poke check. He gets the ball back from Taylor off the glass, count it for 2 more.
Yeah, great pick pocket by Kawan Smith, and he gets rewarded with a right-handed fast break layup to put Collinsville up by 3. Here come the Kahoks.
Halfway through quarter number 3. 33-30 is our score. And there's another picked off play. Hall intercepted that pass. He read that one all the way. Up to Gelladini. And Gelladini gets mugged underneath the basket. And Collinsville will keep the ball. No call again. Obviously, Gelladini goes up and you see his arm get taken down.
Collinsville causes Eisenhower to take a timeout. The crowd here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium loves it.
We will take a timeout as well, just a 30-second timeout, so we're back in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, and daughter
Kendall
McCluskey on the camera for us here in the second half. Here is a pass into Hall. He'll turn around, take it off the glass, won't fall. Kedrian Jones finally gets a foul to go his way.
Oh, and the crowd's on their feet.
Little Bronx cheer for the referees, huh?
Oh, you know they can hear and feel that. That's for sure.
Foul belongs to R.J. Walker. Each team now with a foul here in the second half, and Kedrian Jones back to the free throw line where he was 2 of 2 in the first, or excuse me, that's the wrong sheet. This one falls in, and Jones was 3 for 4 in the first half, so now 4 for 5. Next one coming up for KJ. And that one's in as well. 5-point lead for Collinsville. As the big guy for Decatur Eisenhower, Samir Griffin, checks back into the game. And he'll take the place of Mally Carson. Rowe set to inbound under the Kahawk basket. Collinsville all kinds of backcourt pressure now. And almost a travel. And the student body cheering section thought there was. Between KJ's legs. Man, oh man. That's a whale of a play there. And if they can turn it into points, it'll be even a better play for Decatur.
That's a charge.
That's a charge.
That's a charge.
That's a charge.
Good job, Rayshon Taylor. And he gives his signature head shake.
Brylan Phillips bounced that ball in the 5-hole between KJ's legs to himself.
Well, Jerry Sulka used to say, Ray, don't shake your head like that. And he said, I'm going to keep shaking it, but I'm okay with you fussing at me, Mr. Jerry.
3:20 left to play here in this third quarter. Here is Hall. Kicks it out to Taylor. Bluffs the 3, then pulls up on the wing and nails it.
Rayshawn Taylor's feeling it. We said earlier, look out for the Rayshawn Taylor show. He takes a charge on defense, comes back, hits a big three on offense. Here come the Kahoks.
8-point lead for Collinsville, their biggest of this game. 3 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Here is Rowe, a bounce pass out to Phillips at midcourt. Phillips drives forward, kicks it back out for Walker. Walker dribbles the ball in right around KJ and then kicks it out to Shelley into the corner for Rowe. And Rowe back out to Shelley for three. Top of the key, no good. Rebound belongs to Nate Hall.
Yeah, big Nate Hall really crashing the boards well here.
Oh, there's a big pass. KJ fighting for it. He has it. Timeout called by Collinsville.
A great timeout by Coach Darren Lee as KJ hits the deck. There's a little shuffle going on down on the floor. Yeah. I said it earlier, these refs are going to have to get control of this game.
That's their own fault.
And now they're talking to number 3.
Phillips. Well,
he's giving him the benefit of the doubt. I can tell you that. Number 3 is asking to be teed up.
Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. Back in a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I'm Todd Duke, and we have the McCluskey squared over here. Kendall and Chris. Both begin with a K, right?
You got it.
All right. 38-30. Collinsville with the lead. 2:29 to play here in quarter number 3. Geladini bluffs the 3, gives to Taylor. Taylor's not afraid to bluff that 3 at all. KJ, turn around. Little 3-foot fingertip roll there.
Great corner, triangle offense. Get the ball into the big man and let him go to work.
10-point lead now for the Kahoks. They have battled through the adversity of some non-calls by the referees and taken control of this game. Here is Walker over to Shelley. Shelley back at the midcourt stripe. Fires a pass over to Phillips. Phillips dribbles his way backwards toward the scorer's bench and now forward. In through the right wing. Into the corner it goes. Walker for 3. That one rattles but won't fall. Geladini with a nice tip to Skeet. And here comes the Speedy Smith off the glass. No good.
Rayshawn Taylor with a putback. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rayshawn Taylor Show here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium.
Rayshawn cleans up the trash. Here is Walker. He gets the ball stripped, but now we're going to have a call against Rayshawn.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call. It's the first good call that guy's made tonight, I think. Rayshawn definitely reached in and got a hold of the arm of number 1.
Now they're going to call it against Laurent Geladini. That's his first. Each team now with 2 fouls on the board, and we have 94 seconds left in this third quarter. As Granger will come in and take the place of Kadrian Jones. He gets all kinds of high fives from his bench. And the pass comes in and a ill-advised
big Nate Hall with the rebound again.
All the way up. Granger off the glass for 2.
Boy, David really ran the floor well. He extended those go-go gadget arms. He laid that ball up from the block, Todd. That was a nice ball in transition.
Here is Phillips. Phillips in the slot between the logo and the top of the key to Rowe. Now back over this way for Walker. Walker all the way back at the midcourt stripe. 1 minute to go here in this third quarter.
Yeah,
Here's
pivotal
Rowe.
Third quarter we talked about, in Collinsville's done everything they can do, and they're really, really playing well.
They end up calling a foul against Samir Griffin. That'll be his second, team third, and Griffin will go back to the bench. 14-point lead. Boy, I tell you what, it seemed like just a minute ago that Eisenhower was up 30-27.
Well, and Eisenhower's frustrated right now. A lot of jabber-jabbing, referees warning them. So Collinsville's taking them out of their game, which is very, very smart. Looks like we're going to play for a last-second shot to finish up this third period.
And Smith comes in, and
maybe
a whistle
not.
will stop that action.
Well, I'm going to bring out another Jerry Sulky. We certainly miss him this year at the Prairie Farms Classic. I would normally be sitting with him on watching basketball games all weekend, and he'd say, "You got to make your free throws, Smitty." And Smitty just did that, so Big Jer's proud watching from above.
Since Eisenhower got that 3 points to start off this quarter to make it 30-27, it's been all Collinsville. 19 straight points for the Kahoks after Eisenhower hit that three-pointer to start this quarter. A 19-0 run always looks good. Here is Rowe. Over to Walker. We're under a half a minute to go here in the third. Back over to Rowe. Rowe bounces the ball over to Phillips. Phillips will go backwards toward the midcourt stripe. Now move forward with 15 seconds to go. Here in this third. Spin move past Gelladini, and Gelladini's going to get called for his second foul in a row.
Yeah, so referee's still warning number 3, telling him to quit. Quit talking.
I heard that. And I have a feeling if he opens his mouth one more time, he's going to get teed up.
Yeah, keep an eye on him.
At the free throw line, it is Brylan Phillips. Phillips went 1 for 1 in the first half and misses the one here in this third quarter. So it remains a 16-point lead. 12.9 seconds to play here in the third. The next free throw coming from Phillips. It's good. And that's the first point in a long time for these
10
Decatur
seconds
Eisenhower
left. Here
Panthers.
comes Kawan Smith in transition.
Smith over on the wing, top of the key. He'll launch a three. That's a little short.
He got fouled. He got
knocked
tackled
down as he was up for that three, and again, no call.
Not a bad shot. I mean, normally a ref won't bail a guy out on the last second shot if it's a poor shot, but Kawan squared up, and he got taken to the deck. I'm really surprised at that no call.
At the buzzer, a shot off the high glass, and that's the way the third quarter comes to a close, 45-31. That quarter was all Collinsville there, and we will take a break, come back. Fourth quarter action comes your way next on the Kahoks Sports Network. Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, I'm Todd Duke with the McCluskeys. Kendall on camera, Dr. Chris on the microphone, and we are into the fourth quarter. We just saw the girls basketball team leave. They're heading to play Ladue in the MICDS Holiday Classic, and I guess we're going to have probably about 15 or 16 more viewers. They're going to look us up while they're on the bus and watch the rest of this game. They had to leave right at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, big shout out to Riley Doyle and having
man,
a career game that last game for a big tournament win for the Lady Kahoks.
She cut 14 points in the basket. That's the first time she's ever been in double digits. Collinsville held Pattonville to 1 point in the first quarter of that game.
Well, speaking of, Collinsville held Eisenhower to 4 points, I believe, in the third
They
period.
did. Outscored them 19-4 in that third period.
Pivotal. Now it's our game to just take home, Todd.
It is. And Collinsville can become the third undefeated team to win here in a row this morning into the afternoon. And there's Kawan Smith. His didn't fall. Granger throws it out, and Gelladini gets it before it goes into the backcourt. Gives to Rayshawn Taylor. Rayshawn drives, but that's a foul against Shelley.
Yeah, David Granger showing his utility prowess again, man. He covers a lot of ground in a hurry, cleans up a lot of trash, and shows great hustle and wins a lot of 50-50 balls.
Nate Hall inbounds in front of the scorer's table. Does so to Taylor, and fouled right along with Taylor was Brylan Phillips, and Phillips will get called for a foul, and he better not say anything.
That's Mr. Number 3. Moaning and groaning and complaining. He had a hold of Rayshawn's hand, and Ray just flipped that ball up and somehow spun it into the glass.
48-31. for Rayshawn. He's up to 17 points in this game and trying to make it 18. And he does. Did I miss a point somewhere along the line?
31-49. Collinsville in the lead with 7 to play in the fourth quarter.
Here's Shelley. Gets it out to Phillips. Phillips back over to Rowe on the far side. Top of the key for Phillips once again. Phillips looking for some penetration, but that's cut off, and instead he bounces the ball off of the leg of Rowe, and Collinsville will try to take advantage of another turnover. Kahoks scored 7 points off of the 6 turnovers by Eisenhower in the first half.
Collinsville needs to have a big 2 to 3 minutes here and then get some subs in the game. We've got another game to play tonight, and when you play tournament play, fatigue certainly plays a role, and a lot of people don't realize that. So if we can command a big lead here,
Granger off the glass for 2.
Give our guys a break. There's big David Granger again.
Now some nice ball movement there by Geladini to set him up, though.
Tell you what, he was unhappy that he did get in the game early, and now that he's in the game, he's showing Collinsville what he's all about.
Here is Walker. Walker spins and gives it up to Rowe. Rowe, top of the key. In outside the lane, kicks it outside. Walker bluffs the 3, drives baseline, gets the 2 points, and that makes it 51-33 in favor of Collinsville. 6 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. Here is Rayshawn Taylor. Taylor moves the ball up. He has 18 points on the afternoon, had 24 in yesterday's win over Oakville.
Yeah, now Collinsville spreading the floor.
And here is a nice dish off to Granger, and Granger does a nice job holding up as traffic started to thicken up on that baseline. Back out front it goes to Kawan Smith. Skeet at the K-Hawk logo at midcourt, gives to Geladini. Geladini in front of the scorer's table. Dribbles his way back to where Smith was, hands it off to Smith, into the paint, pulls up in front of the free throw line, hits for 2.
Well, I'll tell you what, when Collinsville spreads the floor, lets our ball handlers handle the ball, drive and dish, it is a thing of beauty to watch for a high school basketball team.
20-point lead for Collinsville. Hard to believe this thing was tied 27-27 to start the third.
Collinsville's played to their potential this half.
And they made the proper adjustments.
I'm anxious to get our guys some rest at this point.
Another steal.
Here comes Rayshawn Taylor with a dunk.
With a dunk. He missed it. Off of.
Oh, he did his best, but he did miss.
Smith.
That's okay.
Smith cleans it up, though, and gets himself a couple of more points. And Rayshawn is going to get called for a foul. That'll be just his second.
Hey, you got to give him an A for effort, right?
That's right.
That's 2 missed dunks for Collinsville this tournament. God love them. But, hey, you look at the scoreboard, and that tells the story.
55-33. That's what it says. That would be a 22-point lead for your Collinsville K-Hawks.
Yeah, we need to get our guys a break here, Coach.
Probably will at the halfway point. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left, and here is Phillips, and trying to swat that out of there was Granger. Well, we're going to have a blocking foul, and this one is going to get called against Geladini. And Geladini will pick up his third.
Referee telling number 3, shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh, he's on him. I think the last thing he wants to do is give him a technical, because in tournament play you just don't want to take the time to do that.
Phillips.
Especially with a game that's out of reach, you know.
Here's our first replacement as Ballinger comes in to take the place of Geladini.
Here we go. Here we go. I like the way Ballinger plays. You know, a lot of JV time, but he gets in these varsity games. He's cool, calm, and collected. He just does his job.
Phillips hits the front of the rim, and Granger gets the rebound and hands the ball to Rayshawn Taylor.
Rayshawn's talking smack to number 3 all the way down the court.
It looks like Phillips almost tried to grab Rayshawn by the back of the head. Now Rayshawn dribbles and drives, and that was another missed dunk by Collinsville.
Boy, that would have been electric, huh?
I'm telling you what, that would have been fire. Here is Phillips trapped underneath, gives the ball away, and a little 2-point shot by Carson has given the Eisenhower Panthers 36 points, 55-36, halfway through quarter number 4. Here is Kawan Smith. Splits the defense. Gives it up for Ballinger. He'll back his way up on the right wing and all the way back to the midcourt stripe. Crossover dribble between the legs.
Boy, he showed some quick handles on that. A little shake and bake between the legs behind the back.
R.J. Walker Mr. Reeves, how are you, sir? Good. Mr. Reeves, our old security guard at Hollywood Heights School. He left to take a better job about 2 months into the school year. Nice to see him. Now we've got Coach Cross out there.
Oh, Coach Delvin Cross.
Yep.
Very nice.
There is Phillips once again, and he loses control of the ball.
Rayshawn
clamps onto it, and we're going to have a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of Collinsville. .337 left to play here in this fourth quarter.
Number 3's going right back to Rayshawn to talk. He tucked it.
Yep,
Did he tee him up?
I think so.
Yep, it was about time.
He finally got sick of hearing Phillips' mouth.
Well, Phillips walked right back over to our side of the court after Rayshawn to talk smack to him, and it was just a matter of time before he got teed up.
Rayshawn's going to take these 2 shots. That's Phillips' 4th foul, and he is going to have a seat.
And you know what? They did everything they could do to not give him a technical foul, and he just he forced him to do it.
Eisenhower looking to bring in Tyler Wilson, and Rayshawn misses. Doesn't usually do that. Taylor will have another chance to restore that 20-point lead. And he does. Kendall approves. Giladini comes back into the game. He'll take the place of Rayshawn Taylor, and Taylor will head to the bench.
Yeah, give Ray a break. I like that.
And into the game, as I mentioned, for Eisenhower is Tyler Wilson, the 5'6" junior.
A little foul there.
And that's going back the other way. And as soon as Tyler Wilson comes into the game, he commits a turnover. Joey Halbrooks giving us a text message. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you listening and watching. And
my old racing buddy, Joe.
Here is Ballinger with that ball movement once again. And
number 1's trying to guard him face up, and he's just not quick enough.
R.J. Walker is going to get
Ballinger
called.
showing some ball handling prowess here in the final minutes of this game.
That's the 4th foul for Walker. That's the 9th team foul for the Panthers. So this is the last time we'll have a 1-and-1 for Collinsville, and there's still 3:27 left to play here in this fourth quarter.
Well, I'm sure Coach Clay Smith is hoping and praying to end this foul show here at the end of this game so we can get this tournament rolling.
Back to a 21-point lead after Ballinger hits his free throw. Next shot for Caleb. Misses the mark.
Here comes number 2, Cam Rowe down the court for Eisenhower. Baseline, little runner.
Whoa.
Big Nate Hall swats the ball and then ended up getting him with his body.
And Hall is checking on Rowe. Then the referee says, "Get away from him, son." Rowe seems to be
I think
okay.
Nate was just showing sportsmanship.
Yeah. I don't know why the referee was telling him to get away.
I just think it's damage control, you know. Eisenhower's down 20. Sometimes good sportsmanship can be seen or taken the wrong way. So ref's just on damage control here and wanting to keep the 2 teams separated. I don't necessarily think that's a bad idea.
2 shots are coming up for Cam Rowe. And the first one is in. And it's back to a 20-point lead here for Collinsville. 3:18 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Off the front of the rim and in for another one. And we're going to have
Looks
some
like
more.
Subs are coming in for Eisenhower. I would love to see Collinsville go ahead and sub
Shaq
and
Green.
get some fresh bodies on the court and save our guys for this 8 o'clock game we have coming up.
Aaron Dabner, Shaq Green, they check into the game. Also coming in is Mackenzie Williams. And it looks like all the starters for the Panthers are on the bench. Here is Kawan Smith. I would imagine after the next bucket, Coach Lee will do that as well.
I mean, you would think. I can't imagine why it hasn't already happened, to be honest with you.
Here's Kawan Smith over to Ballinger. Ballinger at the midcourt stripe. Kicks it out for Geladini, who brings it back to midcourt for Smith. Under 3 minutes to play. here in this fourth quarter. Smith dribbles and drives, and another foul coming up. This one looks like it's going to be handed out to Tyler Wilson.
See, Eisenhower coach understands they have a game to play later on this evening, and he knows the game's over, so he's got all of his subs on the floor.
Kawan Smith at the free throw line. His first trip there today, and he hits. Actually, it was up there earlier in this half. I was just looking at the first
Logan
half.
Carlisle.
Logan Carlisle rips off his warm-up jersey. He's ready to come back out.
Look for him to replace Nate Hall. Yep, there goes Nate Hall. Give him a round of applause. Had a great game today.
Smith makes both, and Collinsville extends their lead back to 21. Here are the Panthers with all of their subs coming in. Shot, and that one hits the mark for Dabner. 59-40. 2:35 to play here in this fourth. Here is Smith up to Bollinger. Bollinger back at midcourt. Gives it back up to Smith.
Yeah,
Smith
Kahoks
dribbles and drives.
running the 5-out spread formation with Kawan Smith at the point.
Into the corner it goes for Granger. Granger comes out of the corner, gives it up to Gelladini in front of the scorer's table. Gelladini drives, and he'll not get the fingertip roll, but there's Granger.
There's David Granger cleaning up the trash. He is an offensive rebounding machine.
61-40. 2 minutes to play here in the fourth, and Wilson lets go a shot, no good. Kawan Smith is there for the rebound to Granger. Off the glass, can't get it to go. There with the rebound is Bollinger. That doesn't work, so Carlisle will clean up that mess.
Logan Carlisle with the offensive board and his first 2 buckets of the tournament.
63-40, and Dabner throws a shot up. That's no good, and the rebound belongs to Granger, and Collinsville moves the ball up with 90 seconds left to play here in this fourth, and there comes the bench players.
There we go.
A timeout called by Coach Lee, as we'll bring in Josh Chambers and Tag Baker, as well as the coach's son, Jackson Lee. And for Collinsville, they'll swap them all out. Nick Graff will also come onto the floor for the Kahoks.
Yeah, Nick Graff is a name that I think you're going to hear more next year. He's really come on, with the sophomore squad, and I think he could really contribute to the team next year if he continues to grow.
23-point lead for Collinsville here. And here is Tag Baker. Bounces it to Graff. Graff gets it up inside to Josh Chambers and outside to Jackson Lee. Lee from the free throw line. Over onto the wing for Graff. Now into the corner for Carlisle.
Yeah, this is kind of fun. All these guys are looking for buckets, you know what I mean? And their families are cheering. And you got to like to see this for these young Kahawk kids on the floor.
Tag Baker puts up a shot. No good. Jackson Lee with the rebound. Kicks it back out. 3-point shot for Graff. That's a little bit too long, as he was probably way overexcited.
Yeah, boy, Jackson Lee really got up on that offensive rebound. I've heard rumors that he can jump out of the gym, and he showed it on that last rebound.
That's a turnover by Eisenhower, as they couldn't control the ball on the fast break. Under a minute to go here in this fourth quarter, and here is Tag Baker. And Baker brings it up across the line, being watched the whole entire way by Mackenzie Williams. And then they kick it outside for Baker once again. Baker on the wing, over to Graff, over to Carlisle. Back into the corner now for Jackson Lee and Josh Chambers. Chambers will turn around and hand the ball off to Graff. Graff drives and gives to Tag Baker at the top of the key. 30 seconds left. Here's Logan Carlisle. Logan Carlisle comes in, takes the shot, can't get it to go.
There goes Jackson Lee.
Off the glass.
Big offensive rebound. First 2 points of the year, I believe, for Jackson Lee. Good for him.
15 seconds to go here in this one. 25-point lead now for Collinsville. Hard to believe this was a 27-27 game at halftime.
Collinsville just dominated the third quarter.
You are not kidding.
I mean, absolute domination. That's playing like a number 1 team in the state in a nationally ranked program. So proud of these guys
7 seconds
today.
left. Final seconds will tick off, but Eisenhower trying to put another point on the board, but there is Jackson Lee with the rebound. He'll throw it up to Baker, and that'll do it. 65-40, the final score. Collinsville will move on to take on the winner of the next game between Madison and Springfield Southeast. That is going to do it for this game. We'll shut it all down and fire it all back up for the next game, and we'll see you here in just about 15 minutes or so.
Thanks,
on the
Todd.
Kahoks Sports
Enjoy the
Network.
rest of your day, buddy.
Thank you, sir. We'll see you at 8 o'clock, right? Yeah? No? Okay. All right. All right.